I come seeking asylum. I was a transgender activist in Guatemala, and as far as being a transgender person in Guatemala is pretty much dangerous. Being an activist is the double dangerous because the media attention comes into you, so that makes you target and more vulnerable from attacks and extrajudicial execution and discrimination from people. For me, it's dangerous to live in Guatemala as a transgender person because there are no rights for transgender persons in Guatemala. People, when they are very young, they are thrown out of the family circles, they are thrown out of um, jobs and education institutions because of your gender identity and also for your sexual orientation. So it's dangerous to be gay in Guatemala, but it's double dangerous to be transgender because you are the obvious part of the community.
And what happened that made you want to escape?
Well, I was attacked by a police officer. I have been attacked many times by um, civilians, but this time was different because I was attacked by uh, police. And previous years there have been police attacks for transgender activists in precisely from the organization that I work with, that is called Oasis, and I was afraid of my life. If I come back to Guatemala, I would get killed. I would get prosecuted. I might get tortured. Um, but I seek asylum because I think I have the right to save my life, because I think I have the right to have a safe space where I can develop as a human rights activist and I can develop as a human being. And I think it is important to understand that in third world countries where people is killed, assassinated, violated, abused in their rights as a civilians just because their gender orientation. I mean, we all, as a world, we are responsible for this. But in cases where you are more vulnerable because you have been trying to do the right thing for your community, I mean, is where the whole um, civilization world should grant protection to a person who's trying to make uh, the society a better place. I was placed in San Holm, as everybody know, in a men's guard, and I was harassed, abused, raped by asylum seekers. You put a woman or a transgender woman um, between men who are alone, who need destruction, who need justice. And I don't think anybody else could think that the outcome of this situation would be any different. I escaped from San Home. I already have contact with uh, people, and I get involved in a situation that I have been running away from. You know, in Guatemala, there's people or transgender women. Mostly, they are forced to be sexual workers because there's no other opportunity. I don't have any opinion about sexual work, but it shouldn't be forced. It shouldn't be because you don't have another choice. And I have trying to avoid that situation a lot. But when I came here and then I uh, escaped from San Home and find um, these people, I felt like I didn't have another choice. And of course I did it. And I don't think that I don't have any responsibility on it. I also have a responsibility on it. But there's people who take advantage of your vulnerable situation, and they traffic people. They play with people's bodies in order to get money. As a society, you should be aware and should be responsible of what your government do. This is not a decision of one person. This is a decision of a country to grant protection to people who is in need. So I urge people to demand to their governments to agree with this Article 19 in the UE agreements and grant asylum to people who is prosecuted for their gender identity or their sexual orientation.